Tsawwassen First Nation stands as a modern treaty nation in Canada, a self-governing nation built on accountability, transparency, and the vision of generations of Tsawwassen people. Our governance system was designed to reflect who we are, guided by our values, shaped by our traditions, and built to empower our people.
When I think of Tsawwassen First Nations' journey, I'm reminded just how far we've come as a nation. I was serving on council when our treaty was first ratified. It was a time filled with hope, determination, and a clear vision for self-government.
Historically, the Tsawwassen people had strong cultural, economic, and governance systems that were attacked and dismantled by colonial governments. But they persevered, and in the early 90s, TFN entered the BC Treaty negotiation process to reclaim their self-governance in a legal framework officially recognized by BC and Canada. The TFN Treaty came into effect in 2009, giving Tsawwassen people the authority to make their own laws, manage their own lands, and chart their own future. The Tsawwassen people also agreed to reconstituting through their new constitution they ratified at the same time as treaty. This constitution set out their new structure of government. The system didn't happen by chance. It was built deliberately to balance modern governance with Tsawwassen values and ensure accountability to every member.
Our current constitution, it was guided by a committee of the community, grassroots people, learn about other governance models from European to Indigenous throughout the world, and section by section work their way through our constitution. So we've gone from a very lax kind of landscape into a law-based regime where everything's founded in rules is what we've tried to design so that there's clarity and transparency about how things work. And it's much, much, much different than the Indian Act framework.
Motion to approve the Spring 2026 legislative agenda.
At the heart of TFN's government is the legislature, a representative body similar in role to members of parliament that reflects the broad perspectives and interests of the nation. Legislators act on behalf of the community, ensuring that decision-making is grounded in the voices and priorities of Tsawwassen people. The legislature plays a critical role in making TFN laws and providing oversight to ensure accountability and transparency. While the legislature carries out this important decision-making and oversight function, it is the people who elect the government, forming the foundation of TFN's democratic system. The legislature also has a central role in TFN's long-term direction. Legislators deliberate on laws, budgets, major infrastructure projects, and other significant policies that shape the future of TFN. These discussions ensure that major decisions are carefully considered, aligned with community values, and grounded in responsible governance. The Executive Council, otherwise known as EC, led by the Chief, is responsible for overseeing the day-to-day governance and management of TFN matters. This includes the implementation of laws, developing regulations, policies, strategies, and partnerships, and ensuring that government operations align with the direction set by the legislature and the community. The Chief and Executive Council do not provide day-to-day direction to staff. That responsibility rests with the Chief Administrative Officer. EC works closely with the CAO, who is responsible for supervising employees, managing operations, and ensuring that EC decisions are implemented effectively.
Executive Council meets regularly to review progress, follow up on action items. Together we turn community direction into real action on the ground.
TFN's governance also includes several important committees and councils that bring additional voices, accountability, and expertise into decision-making. The Advisory Council, AC, is an institution of the TFN government and is established in the Constitution. It serves as an additional layer of direct member input and plays an important role in ensuring community perspectives are heard at the governance level. The AC provides advice and feedback that directly informs the legislature and Executive Council, strengthening the connection between leadership and Tsawwassen members. Some committees are required by Tsawwassen law, such as the Natural Resources Committee, Advisory Committee, the Enrollment Committee, and the Standing Committee on Culture and Language. Additional committees can be established by the Executive Council to examine and provide advice on specific topics. These have included bodies like the Housing Advisory Committee and Agricultural Advisory Committee.
For me, leadership means listening, learning, and always keeping our people at the heart of decision-making. It's about finding balance between traditional values and the practical realities of modern governance, between transparency and trust, and between vision and action.
TFN's governance system also includes the annual general meeting, which is held each year as part of the members' gathering. This event is an important forum for accountability, transparency, and direct engagement between the government and TFN members. At the AGM, the annual report and the nation's audited financial statements are formally presented, providing members with a clear overview of TFN's financial position, major projects, and progress over the past year. TFN staff are present to answer questions, provide clarification, and support open dialogue, ensuring that members have direct access to information and opportunities for meaningful participation. As Tsawwassen First Nation looks to the future, its governance model continues to evolve, grounded in the same values that shaped it from the start: respect, accountability, and unity.
As we look ahead, I'm filled with hope. Our young people are stepping into leadership, our systems are stronger than ever, and our nation continues to grow with confidence and unity. Everything we do today, every decision, every policy, every plan, is about creating opportunity for the generations who will come after us.
As TFN continues to grow as a self-governing nation, these stories remind us that governance is more than structure. It's a reflection of the people it serves.
Our governance is not just about laws, it's also about being respectful, being accountable, and hearing the needs of our community.
Tsawwassen First Nation is a leader in the country in relation to modern treaties and self-governance. And it's not just about cash and land, it's about being able to make better decision-making over your resources, your assets, your people.
My hope for the next generation of TFN leaders is more representation of youth. I would love to see more youth run and put their name forward.
For the next generation of leaders, I hope that they continue on with the shared vision and the progress that we've achieved over the last decade and a half, and I foresee that they will continue that.
As a proud self-governing nation, our legislator sits at the very heart of how we make decisions for ourselves, on our own lands, in our own way. Every law we pass, every debate we have, and every voice we hear contributes to strengthening that sovereignty.
I hope the next generation of leaders continue to have compassion and the emotional intelligence to make these big decisions as our world changes.
When I think about TFN's future, I think and I'm proud of the way that we are able to run a government using our culture and remembering our identity as Tsawwassen people.
Tsawwassen First Nation, leading through change with governance in action.